What's good, YouTube? I'm back on the banger. Okay, what's good, YouTube? I'm back on the banger. You feel what I'm saying? Listen, look. The title's clickbait. I'm sorry. Before you click off the video, hear me out, bro. I cannot confirm that you're gonna be able to beat hell mode. If you don't know what today is about, I'm teaching you how to beat hell mode. But the title's clickbait. You feel what I'm saying? Like, bro, I'm giving you tips on how to beat hell mode. I'm not really I can't guarantee that you'll beat hell mode, but I will ensure you, if you follow the steps in the video or don't, it don't really matter. You will have a 10 times better chance of you successfully beating hell mode. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Now listen. First things first. Let's talk about the base. Let's talk about the base factor you're gonna want. PvE build. You're going to want a PvE build. You're probably wondering, what's a PvE build? Well, my friend, it's a build that has no interest in fighting players. You feel what I'm saying? You made the build. It's not like your ice, heavy, or crit blade build where you're meant to try and kill people as fast as possible. No, you make the build to survive in the depths for a long time, to kill mobs faster, and to make your life easier. You feel what I'm saying? When in PvE, that's why it's called a PvE build. From our studies, we know that heavy attunementless is the wave. Medium attunementless also works, but heavy flame charm also works too because of graceful flame. The reason why you want to go heavy is because the high posture damage and the high M1 damage, and if you posture break the enemies, they can't do damage to you. If they can't do damage to you, that's increased survivability. And if you can kill the mob faster, that's also increased survivability. You're looking for armors. You're gonna want to find any armor that has a high monster damage percentage. I'm talking about 12%, 10%, 11%. It do not matter. Anything extremely high, you're gonna want to get that. That's including rings. The next thing, now that you have, let's say you already have your PvE build. You feel what I'm saying? Let's say you already did that shit. We're gonna go over some locations that you can go. There's 3 locations I'm gonna go over in this video. You can go literally anywhere. It's a giant fucking depth area. But these are the 3 locations that are most popular. You have the Hell Mode Bell area, which is extremely overwhelming. I mean, you're going to die in like 10. There's gonna be 7 circles on you, and there's nothing you can do. There is nowhere to go when you have 17 circles, 30 king threshers, and 80 owls on you. You can't do anything. You're probably dead, but you will get tons of loot if you do survive. The next place I have is the city. Also very overwhelming, but you can at least go inside the buildings or go extremely high in the air. You know what I'm saying? You can climb on top of the buildings or climb on top of the wall. Unfortunately, most mobs can still hit you. The only mobs that cannot hit you in these high places are threshers, crabs, and enforcers because they have realistically no way of getting towards you. It's also very enclosed, which means you're going to have to be fighting in very tight spaces, unlike the Hell Mode Bell area, where it's extremely open. Now the third area I have for you, which is honestly my favorite area and the area that I farm at the most whenever I do Hell Mode, is the Yunshul area, preferably the left side. Now let's be honest here, all places that you're going to go is going to be overwhelming. You're going to get overwhelmed by a bunch of mobs, but here's the thing. Instead of going on top of buildings, you can go inside of the Yunshul area. And most of the mobs cannot get you. The only mobs that can get you are threshers, which are extremely easy, enforcers, which are extremely easy, and squibbos, which aren't extremely easy, but are extremely squishy. And there's a bunch of mobs in front of the door. You just spam, I kid you not, you just spam click the door and you'll be just fine. Okay, you won't be just fine, but you'll basically kill the mobs with little worry. You will probably still be close to death, but you know what I'm saying, like, it's better than getting overwhelmed that Hell Mode Bell area by 10 different circles stomping on your dead grave. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Some enchants you might want to look into in order to increase the damage you do. Number 1, Providence Thorns. Number 2, Heroism. Number 3, Vampirism. Number 4, Wild. Has that good area attack. Don't question my fucking decisions. Number 5. There is no number 5. Literally any enchant that can buff your damage is a good enchant for Hell Mode. That's basically how it is. Plus Wild. No, I buffed the damage. Plus Providence Thorns. The bells you're going to want the bells you're going to want when doing hell mode. Sacred Field and run it back. That's literally it. There's no other bell that will help you. I mean, I guess you could maybe say Yoru because of the invincibility frames, but that won't do jack shit for you. That thing lasts for like 3 seconds. And I guess you could say full counter, but full counter will only last for one mob, and that one mob is not going to help you. You're mainly going to want Sacred Field, and be quite honest. And finally, some things you're going to want to look out for. And a lot of you niggas keep doing this shit, bro, and it's so annoying, dog. I know sometimes it's not y'all fault, it's the player's fault, it's the random player's fault. But like, dog, stop spawning the owls, please, bro. If you just don't have any owls in your run, your life will be so much easier because that's one less mob to deal with. Sure, it might make the killing slower, but nigga, it doesn't matter when you're not getting stomped out by 5 owls. You know what I'm saying? You also want to look out for random players. Some players like to gank in the depths, and obviously you have exploiters, you know. But most of the time, exploiters will just steal your chests, so you have a little to worry about them. We're trying to beat Helmut anyway, so those chests are going to be little to nothing, you know what I'm saying? And last but definitely not least, this is the thing you're going to look out for the most. It's player combat. If a player puts you in combat, please try your best not to engage 6 different mobs, bro. Because as soon as you get low on HP, you're not getting that HP back. You will not be able to health pack off of mobs anymore when you're in player combat. So if you're in player combat, just go run hide somewhere where you're safe, you feel what I'm saying, until it goes away. Or if you think you're like that and you don't take damage, then fine, go fight the 60 mobs. It doesn't matter, I don't care. And finally, to end off the video, you're going to want friends. You are not ROM. You are not soloing hell mode. It is a team thing. You're going to need a team. You're gonna need a group of players. They don't even have to all be PvE builds. As long as one or two of you is PvE and one of you have Graceful Flame, I am sure you'll be just fine. Maybe. That's all I have for this video. These were tips in order to beat hell mode. Let me know if you found this video useful. Like I said, this will not completely make sure this will not 100% give you this will not give you an 100% rate at beating hell mode. It will just give you a better chance at beating hell mode, you know. You might have the good skills, but your skills are worthless when you don't have the technique. That was fire. I ain't gonna lie. I'll see you guys in the next video. Subscribe to the channel, to the Discord, and follow me on Twitter. And like the video. And yeah.